it's Betsy, and today we have a fun video. We're going to be testing out the new Alien Cosmetics Bunnies palette. Now, this was in collaboration with Miss Spacey. She did the artwork on this, which I think is super duper cute. I mean, it's a little provocative, but you know, it is what it is. This palette retails for $65. It is sold out, and I don't think that they're bringing it back. It is cruelty-free and has a 24-month shelf life. And I did want to kind of talk to y'all too before we kind of get in this, because I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to review as much Alien Cosmetics, even though I really enjoy the brand. Part of the issue is I have to pre-order everything just like y'all. And a lot of times there's not a restock of things. So for me to spend my money on it to review it doesn't mean I'm actually going to, you see what I'm saying? So let me know what y'all think down below, if you want to continue to see things from this brand or not. Because as I said, a lot of times they don't restock, so it's like a one and done. A few things they've restocked, but most things they have not. So it makes it very difficult to actually do a review on it. So, and this palette has 12 shadows in it. This is what it looks like. There are 2 chameleon shades, 1 duochrome, 3 shimmers, 6 mattes. So we're gonna start off by swatching her. So the first shade is The Grass is Greener. So I'm guessing that one's just a standard shimmer. Then we have the shade Hop. I'm thinking that's one of the duochromes. It may not be. Then we have the shade Clear Skies, and that is something special. Yes, see that one? You can see the shift in that one. Okay, then we have Spring, which looks like that. Let me wipe off my fingers. And then we have the shade Carrot. Butterfly. So those are the first 6 shades. Very pretty, very, very pretty. And then let's swatch the rest of them. So, okay, so next we have the shade Sweet. That's definitely one of the duochromes. Golden Egg. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's so pretty. Tulip. See, Tulip and Sweet are very similar, so I'm not sure if you would need both of those. And then the last 3 mattes. Jelly Bean. So it's like there's a matte for each shimmer. So you could do some very simple, easy looks. Then we have the shade Chick. So I think this was supposed to be an Easter palette, or that's about the time we pre-ordered it, but it didn't come till June. And then last but not least is the shade Ribbon. So this is all 12 of the shades. There are some stunning chameleons in here. So I'm excited to play with it, but I did want to kind of talk to y'all about that because, you know, it is a little frustrating, you know, to spend that, and then, you know, there's kind of pointless for people to watch a video over a palette that they can't get, you know what I mean? So, or at least that's kind of how I look at it. I try to stay away from, unless I collect the palettes myself, those limited edition releases. So I have the rest of my face on because I have something to do earlier, so I had on a very neutral look, and now we've changed it out. So we're gonna use our eye tapes. We'll fix it if it pulls up the foundation. For blush, I am using the Paradise Venus shade from Pat McGrath. This is like my favorite from this set. The Glow Wish Radiant Bronzer in Tan Light, and then the Smoky Glow highlighter in Yes, that gold shade. And then on my lips, I have the Fenty Tang Tang, like lip balm stuff. I think that's what it is. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the shade Chick, which is that yellow, and see how this goes on. I did prime my eyes with the NARS Smudge Proof Eye Base. But yeah, no, I mean, and as I said, I love Alien. It's just, I don't know. It just feels silly of me to spend money on makeup that I can't really review. And that by the time, you know, even if you were interested whenever this was being released for pre-order, by the time it comes out, it's like, oh, well, that's not what I need anymore. At least that's how I feel about it. That is a beautiful yellow. I do love their formula. That's pretty. Okay, let's do another shade. We're gonna make this vibrant today because I wanna do something different. So now we're gonna go into the shade Carrot right here, that orange. Okay, and we're gonna do this in the middle section. And we're gonna fade it into Chick. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's part of doing YouTube stuff that makes it difficult. It's like, I love reviewing makeup. I love getting new makeup. And I want to support indie brands, but on the same hand, it's like, if it takes so long to get here, on a lot of it does make it hard when you have so many pre-orders all the time. Okay. Oh, that does go on well. I mean, hopefully y'all can see that because I think that looks beautiful. I'm gonna go back and re-intensify Chick. I mean, this looks brighter in person or on camera than it does in person, but I still think it looks really, really pretty. Okay. Now for the end, I think we're gonna go into Butterfly, which is that bluish color, because if you look at my shirt, it's got that blue teal, a green, an orange, it says Sunkissed, so you know, I figured this would work. So now we're gonna grab, this is a Cleona brush. I don't know if I even told y'all the brush names. We're gonna go into Butterfly. I don't know how this is going to blend with the orange, but we're gonna find out. That's a pretty color. So I'm kind of feathering it out over the edges to make sure it's blended. And I'll probably go back in with the orange over the top like I did with the yellow to make sure that's intense, because I feel like Butterfly is such a deep shade in comparison. So I'm just kind of feathering the edges, blending it out as we go. This is a very bright, bright color story, y'all. And I kind of dig it. Okay, that blended better than I thought it would. You know, sometimes you want to make sure things aren't going to get muddy, but you know. You also want to play with color. What do you think? I think that looks good. So it does have a tiny bit of muddiness if you look on that side. Not really much on that side. Let me kind of, here we go. Okay, that's better. Okay, now I'm gonna go back into the shade Chick, and we're going to put that in the front again. Okay, I like how that looks. Let's grab our glitter glue. This is the Too Faced glitter glue. Apply that all over the lid. There we go. Where's my flat brush? I need a flat brush. But yeah, I don't know. Today's been a long day, and maybe that's kind of why I'm feeling that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm interested to know what y'all think as well. You know, what brands do you like to see me review? Do you want me to stick with, you know, mainly indie with some mainstream thrown in. That's kind of what I'm doing. And I probably will continue with that. And not everything is a pre-order like that. And it's not all indie brands that do that. So I want to make that clear. So we're going to go into the last shade, that Clear Sky shade. And we're going to apply that all over the outer V. That's really pretty. I do really like the shimmers from them. And one thing I can definitely say though about Alien Cosmetics is that it is consistent. I mean, I've always gotten good quality shadows from them, and that's important. I'm blending over because I brought the shimmer a little bit too high, so I'm just kind of going over the edge. There we go. To make sure. Okay. Let's kind of go back over. Okay. So clean that off. Next, I'm going to go into the shade Hop, which is the orangey shade. That's really pretty. So I definitely say that that one looks at least like a duochrome to me. I don't know about y'all, but it definitely looks like a duochrome to me. Okay. Now, last but certainly not least, we're gonna go into the shade Golden Egg, which was like one of my favorite colors from this palette. That's pretty. And I think I'm gonna wrap that around the lower lash line as well. But yeah, I mean, I guess this one doesn't require much of a review because I can't, I mean, like, what am I going to do? Tell you, oh yeah, it's worth it, but you can't get it. I mean, that's not how it goes. That's pretty. Okay, so I'm going to remove my eye tapes. Hey, most of my foundation stayed. Kind of go over. Just to kind of make sure everything's blended out. But hey, that did good. I was worried. I really do like how that kind of faded together. Other than like this side looks a little muddy. This side is muddy. This side just like, it doesn't have the muddiness to it. But I think that's my blending skill and not the palette. Just to kind of give you a heads up. Okay, so next I'm going to take, I need a little brush. Little stiff brush. This is a BK Beauty 205 and I'm going to go into that green shade called Spring. And I'm going to tap that under the lower lash line. So this isn't a color scheme I normally do. I do really like this color scheme though. I just wish I wouldn't have gotten so muddy. See if we can fix it a little bit. And I am gonna take and drag that so it meets where I put, there we go, the Spring shade. So it's not so obvious that there's like a color difference, if that makes sense. Okay, now I'm gonna take a clean brush. This is the Kaleidos S2, and I'm going to go under and around to make sure everything's nice and blended. Let's use the ColourPop BFF Gel Cream Eyeliner in the shade Teaspoon. I think that that will go well with this. There we go. Okay, inner corner. Or actually I'm going to take a little bit of that shade Grass is Greener, which was that first minty shimmer, and we're going to apply that Yes, just there. To make it where they blend together. Okay. So this is the completed look pretty much. I mean, I used what? A lot of shades. I used 8 out of 12. So that ain't bad. What do you think? I think it's pretty. I think this eye looks worse than this eye. But that's not unusual, especially when you're blending in like colors that can get muddy. But yeah, I think the palette's pretty. Let me know down below, as I said, if you want to see me continue to do a lot with Alien or not. Because as I said, it makes it very difficult to do a review if you don't get things early. And I know for stuff like that, this is like all pre-order, special order stuff, and I want to make sure it's known that it's not like I'm asking people for PR. That has nothing to do with it in the least little bit. It's just, I also want to be honest that, you know, how I'm feeling about things. So this is the completed look. What do you think? I think it's pretty. I think it's a beautiful palette. I can't tell you to get it because I don't know if you can. But I mean, other than that, I think it's great. And if you do see palettes from like Alien that you do like, you can pick them up because all of them that I've tried have been good. I mean, there hasn't really been one that I don't love. It's just the pre-order stuff is starting to drive me nuts. But I guess that's it. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos, which is typically every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But I guess that's it. We'll see y'all later. Bye.